Hello and welcome back, Reckley, to another set of games tonight. My name's Darth Ed and I'm joined here by Valib. How's it going?
Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready. We
Me
kicked
too.
off the day with a ton of energy, and the games haven't been disappointing. We're just gonna keep it going, man.
And currently the Sentinels versus oh crap, who is it?
Raptors.
Raptors game is just wrapping up. The second game was such a banger. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I actually don't know who won because I stopped watching it.
Well, it
So
just concluded.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to rewatching that one. But we got to banger ourselves. This is the 10 o'clock game, and we have a Bramble back versus the Krugs. What do you think is going to happen in this one?
I think it's gonna be a very bloody one. That is what I think. We got the season 6 finalists here, taking on some old faces slash new faces. I mean, the Bramble team has just shown that they're down to slug it out at any time, and I don't think that's going to change here today.
Definitely not. And we can actually pull up the teams right now to show you guys who's playing. The Krugs are going to be on the red side for game one, and Bramble's on blue side. Sorry, those names are mixed up right now. I will fix that in a second. But in the first game, we have Nolark in the top lane, Quicksilver Sasha in the jungle, Pickle Popper in mid lane, Jay Herbo at AD carry, and Latin Buddha at support. And for the Krugs, we have Grandma Not in the top lane, Rain Freeze in the jungle. We're actually going to have a emergency substitute in the mid lane. Slazer Beam could not make it tonight, so we're going to have Shu filling in, Covert Panda in bot lane, and Mont Blanc as the support. So it's going to be a banger tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of fights here, as I said. Nolark had just such an impressive display last week. I mean, honestly, all of Bramble is looking great, but Nolark really showed up last week, and honestly, I don't expect him to change his approach this week. I do think Grandma Nut might actually be able to crack the code to give Nolark some trouble here, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it right now. And I'm really interested in the bot lane matchup. We have Jay Herbo versus Covert Panda and Latin Buddha versus Mont Blanc. And both of these teams, or bot lanes, play very, very aggressive. And, I mean, they like to both dominate lane, which is super fun, and it's always a good time. Who do you think is going to have the advantage in that one?
Ooh, honestly, I'm gonna give the advantage to the Krugs here, Covert Panda and Mont Blanc, just because those two have been playing together for so long. I feel like they really kind of know what each other's thinking, even like without saying it, that sort of thing. I'm not sure how the communication's been for Jay Herbo and Latin Buddha, since both of those folks are newer to the league, and I don't think they have a ton of experience playing with each other prior. I definitely think it could be a different look a couple weeks into the season, or a couple weeks later than now. But as of right now, I think Covert Panda and Mont Blanc are going to bring the heat.
Yeah, that is true. But we do know that Quicksilver Sasha likes to play towards that bot side, so if they push up too far and bring too much heat, they're very susceptible to being counter-ganked.
I'm expecting plenty of interventions from Sasha all over, so very excited to see where she goes.
Yeah, and we'll be getting into it momentarily once everybody is ready in chat. It looks like both teams are good. But yeah, we have to touch on this matchup in the mid lane.
We must.
We have it. We've seen it for so many seasons. Pickle Popper versus Shu, potentially the second best mid laner versus the undisputable best mid laner, best player in our league. I mean, do you think Pickle's going to be able to handle it?
This beautiful matchup was showcased in Season 6 finals, so we had 4 games of this mid lane matchup. Honestly, I don't think much has changed for either of these players. I do expect Shu to kind of do as he pleases, but Pickle Popper is definitely up for it. I don't think Pickle's going to get ran over unless he picks like Kassadin into Tristana again. But
let's not talk about that.
I think we'll be all right.
Let's not talk about that one. That was rough. Oh my god, I forgot that game existed. Yeah, but I mean, even with that game, like he almost came back in it, right? He was on the verge of scaling.
He did scale up, but that is one brutal matchup. and I have a feeling that Pickle's not going to let that happen again.
No, definitely not. And I mean, Shu is going to be on a different team, so his communication with Rain Freeze is not going to be the same that it is with his awesome jungler this season.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a good time to see if it really is just all Shu, or if maybe his other 4 teammates have some influence on Shu's performance. Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows? And right off the bat, we got some bans coming out. Krugs do miss their first ban because they missed lock-in week 1 and week 2. So that is a punishment for them.
And that is only game 1?
Yep, that is only game 1.
Right.
Unless they miss it next week. Then next week will be different. But yeah, it allows for Nolark to get his staple Shen pick in that top lane. And that's something Bramble really, really loved to first pick.
And I don't think there should be any surprise here that he's taking Shen. I'm sure Grandma Nut has something prepared for it. Nolark's champion pool is pretty well established, pretty well known. And it looks like we got the Caitlyn Garen. Okay.
Yeah,
if they lock it in,
Caitlyn's going to be such a good pick into this match. It's going to be a contested pick between these two teams. Jay Herbo and Covert Panda both like to play that lane dominant champion, and I like the Garen pick into Shen because you're just such a bully, and Shen can't really trade with you that well. So
yeah, and I mean, Grandma Nut did quite well on the Garen last week against Cobalt's Nasus. I was very impressed actually with how Grandma Nut did.
Oh, don't do it! Don't do it this time! No. Okay. Oh, they're baiting me.
Dude, you can't count it out though.
No, you can't.
We saw week 1, Jay Herbo picked Vayne into Caitlyn.
That is true, but I think it was into a weaker player than Covert Panda.
Sure.
So it feels like, this would be super disrespectful. Last week was a little disrespectful. But Pickle Popper just flaunting. Oh, they did it anyways. Oh no. The Vayne Morgana coming out. I mean, in this, you're just saying, okay, you can shove in. We're just going to have Quicksilver Sasha look for ganks when you do.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That game went well. Hopefully this one does. We'll
see how broke it is. But I like the Morgana flex because Mont Blanc normally looks to play the Leona and a lot of engaged champions when the Covert gets onto this Caitlyn. So it's a good pick because you get the Black Shield to protect your AD carry from all this CC. But it could also be flexed into the jungle. We've seen Quicksilver Sasha play it quite a bit last season.
Yeah, not really sure what to think of it. I do think... I mean, I don't know. Personally, I don't really like playing with a jungle Morg on my team, regardless of who's playing it. I know Sasha likes it a lot, though. I mean, this does give the flex option, too, so they don't necessarily have to be committed right now.
Yeah, but with the Leona lock-in, I'm assuming it's bot lane.
Yeah, but it makes sense to me.
The Viger ban out from Pickle Popper, not letting him get onto that infinitely scaling champ. Galio ban on Pickle Popper as well. He did super well on that pick.
He did, yeah. He had Galio into Pogs as LeBlanc.
And I like the Cassiopeia ban against Shu, not letting him get that super lane dominant champ. And I mean, it's a hyperscaler as well and can absolutely melt through Shen in the late game.
And what'll it be, Nolark? All right, Victor.
I mean, it's just staple Shu champ at this point.
I was expecting that one.
Yeah, same.
And so you gotta expect they're taking jungle here. I think it's gonna... Oh, Hecarim's banned. So we know that Rain Freeze does play Warwick. Not sure what else he's got in the tank, though.
Honestly, I don't think Warwick's a really good pick with the Morgana having Black Shield. Oh, the Nocturne.
Okay, Nocturne.
That's better. And the last time I saw a Shen on one team and a Nocturne on the other, I said that the Shen would be able to counteract the Nocturne ultimate by when the Nocturne ult hits a target. I thought the Shen would be able to just press R, click on the little icon on the side, which teammate it is, and then immediately give him the shield to keep him alive. But I was wrong that never happened.
Yeah, what? Ooh, we got the Lilia. All right. I'm a fan. But yeah, what ended up happening is that the Shen teleported after the paranoia wore off, and after the Nocturne was done attacking.
and didn't use the ult, just straight up
We'll see if it
TP.
happens again. Oh wait, they're on different teams. Oh wait, yeah,
No, they were on different teams the first time.
yeah. We'll
Okay.
see if it happens again.
All right, so it's a Morgana mid or Lilia jungle,
Could be
Thresh
Lilia mid.
bottom.
Could be Lilia mid as well.
I mean, at this point, it's just a flex.
Yeah,
They're trying to give him the better matchup.
I expect it'll be Morg mid.
Yeah.
Honestly, not a fan of Pickle Popper on Morg mid. Nothing against him, and I'm a big fan of the Kassadin pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think Morgana into Kassadin is fine. Like you're
fine.
just shutting, you're just pushing him in the entire time and looking for roams with Quicksilver Sasha, right?
Well, you have to be careful because if you push him in, then you're giving Kassadin like easy to gather experience, right?
Right.
It's better to try and hold a freeze, and then the Kassadin's vulnerable. Well, I guess it's two ways to look at it. Either you let the Kassadin go, knowing that he's a ticking time bomb, and try to get advantages elsewhere, or you try and choke out the Kassadin.
Yeah, both are good ways to do it, but I'm not convinced that Pick Popper will be able to land his Black Binding on Shu, because Shu's just too good of a player and will play around the mini wave.
Yeah.
So the Lilia gank doesn't really provide too much CC before 6. So Shu, even if frozen upon, should be safe in the lane.
Yeah, I'm concerned that Shu will not be, that Kassadin will not be punished in this lane. We'll see though.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where the scaling on the side of Bramble is really strong. You got the late game Vayne, the late game Morgana damage is intense, and the Shen on top of it, being able to split push against Garen late game will be pretty good. But then you have a Kassadin on the other side. Once he hits 16 and gets 3 items, he can just pretty much one-shot J Herbo, who is the only source of AD damage on the side of Bramble. So they're going to have to navigate late game team fights very, very well if they don't snowball this early.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dynamic setup here. It kind of depends on who's getting the jump and where people are. Definitely scary both ways.
Oh yeah. And I was hoping for Sasha to go for more of an aggressive jungler. I know her Jarvan was banned out, but there are other AD junglers that can really push an advantage early.
Yeah.
Just because she's gold 1 right now and against Rainfreeze, who is silver 3. And I think that's the one matchup where you just have such a huge advantage that you need to be able to take control of the game from there.
I agree. I think we definitely, at least last week, we definitely saw there were a couple moments where maybe Rainfreeze could have, taken a couple different paths or done a couple things differently that may have tilted the game a bit early on. And we'll see if Sasha can take advantage of that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And honestly, it's going to be a good one, no matter
what.
It is.
I'm still, I'm still shooketh at the Vayne pick into Caitlyn.
They give you the counter pick. You have Ashe on the table still, who's
like
really
what you're comfortable with, I guess, right?
But there's
or
so
something
many.
Like that.
Like Jin's also a pretty good pick into Caitlyn. He has so much range.
What do you think about Kog'Maw here instead of Vayne?
I don't like it because there's a Nocturne on the other side. But thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate it.
I was just wondering. I'm not an ADC expert.
Kog'Maw's just not in a really good spot right now.
And I am inclined to agree with that.
You don't have any real mega tanks on the other side, so you can't really shred anyone fast.
It's kind of nice though, seeing something a bit different, I guess. Don't see Vayne all that often now. See a lot of like Ashe, Kate, Twitch.
Yeah, I mean the only Vayne player in our league was kind of Isikli and Rovian, and I think Rovian's kind of stopped playing that champ. Vayne's not in the best of spots right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see more Twitch. I know it was banned out, but like, Twitch is such a cool champ.
Oh, I want to see some quality sneaky sneaks.
Yeah.
I don't care who's doing it. Let somebody do it. Even if it's done to me, that's okay.
But we're getting into it momentarily soon. 3-minute timer is up. What do you think? What is these? I have 2 questions I always ask my co-casters.
Yep.
First one, who's going to win this game?
Game 1, Krugs are taking it.
Krugs taking game 1. All right, I'm going to go on Bramble then.
All right.
And the second question is, who's going to get first blood, and who's it going on?
First blood is gonna be Sasha will kill Rain Freeze.
All right, I like it. I actually agree with you on that one. I think Sasha's going to be able to
Hey, we agree for
pull
once.
out something. Yeah, it's either Rain Freeze or Grandma. Like
Yeah.
I think the Shen and Lily have such a good combo early on.
They do.
But we're getting into the game. It's a little bit grayed out, but we're just going to wait for these people to spawn in. And here we go, folks. First game at 10 o'clock. Bramble versus Krugs.
Need to take a nice big swig for this one. It's going to be action-packed.
Cheers. Some pings coming out early. Looks like Bramble's going to be doing a little bit of defensive setup.
Yep, and happy to see that all of Bramble has purchased items this time.
Did that happen last time?
Maybe it was... That was... Sasha didn't Season 5 in Mountain playoffs. So I guess it's not Bramble. But
Yeah, old memes.
we bought items, we're good.
Yeah.
And it looks like we just got some nice 5-point standoff action.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen anybody right now, but they can kind of assume where people are.
Right.
Pickle Popper going for the early damage onto Shu, although
Like,
I think that wastes more mana than is worth.
Sasha's just getting a ward on Raptors.
Smart word. Now she knows that Rain Freeze is going to be starting this red side, and here it is. Are they going for it? Cover Panda and Mont Blanc might be looking to invade this tri-bush right here. Go for a cheese. No, looks like they're just getting into lane early. I was hoping we are going to see some early action.
Yeah, so I don't think that that ward actually gives away that Nocturne starting red. He would have had time to get to the blue side as well, but he will path down to Raptors here.
Yeah, it doesn't right now, but it probably will.
Yeah.
He's going actually up to Krugs.
Ooh.
Oh no, just going
Rain Freeze, I
around.
like it, buddy.
I don't, because the Leona Caitlyn showed in lane pretty early, so you can kind of just assume since the Garen didn't show up.
Yeah, never mind.
I mean, it's smart, but the rest of the team didn't really follow up on
Yeah,
it.
they didn't help their buddy out.
Pickle Popper with the CS lead on Shu. Better mid laner right there. Yeah, the early action really isn't happening. Every lane kind of playing how you expect it.
Yeah.
Vayne, Thresh getting pushed in.
in.
Oh, level 2 going down. Good play, though. Gets Mont Blanc away before the stun comes down.
Mont Blanc was able to hit the Zenith Blade.
We see both junglers on the bot side as well. Sasha onto the red buff, and Rain Freeze kind of just going for a full clear. Not looking to gank anything right now.
Yeah, bot lane's pushed in. Can't do anything there. You could consider mid, but it's opting to farm instead.
Pickle Popper's level 3. Probably already has that black shield leveled up, so it's not even worth walking in. The Lilia is down here, but it's super low, so probably not going to be seeing a gank. And this big wave getting shoved in by Cover Panda and Mont Blanc.
Yep.
And already you see a 6 CS lead accruing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Caitlyn.
a full wave. Granted, there is a wave coming in, so J Herbo may be able to get some of it back.
I don't think it'll be enough, though. This Caitlyn's going to get huge.
Yeah. Already up 5 CS.
And
Nearly a full wave. And they cheater recall on a regular wave. Okay.
Ooh, they built a coal. I like it.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that J Herbo isn't shoving this wave. Maybe they're not sure where the bot lane went.
I think they assumed they roamed up to the Scuttle Crab to take it since Sasha wasn't around and do the objective. Yeah. So they're playing it slow, and this is going to be really good for Cover Panda.
Might be able to this is the dream for Cover Panda.
We're going to see Rain Freeze and Sasha meeting up, but Graham and Nut has a shove onto Shen, so Sasha going to be hesitant on this one.
Rain Freeze concedes it. Pickle Popper uses teleport to get back to mid. and Shu is very happy with how his lane is going right now.
Yeah, so if you're Pickle Popper, how do you pressure this Kassadin even more to stop
What
him
I would
from
do,
farming?
I would try and hold a freeze. I think it's the wrong move to shove it in, because it makes it easy for the Kassadin to CS and get the experience. You want to try and start out the Kassadin as much as possible pre-6. I mean, even later, but particularly pre-6, he's very vulnerable.
Yeah, it's a good call. In the bot lane, once again, J Herbo is shoved into tower. He's going to be able to pick up most of these, though. As I say that, he misses one. Yeah, but
I'm actually very surprised that nobody's died yet. Extremely surprised.
yeah, the game does seem to be kind of going slower. Everyone's just playing methodical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good to see. I like methodical gameplay.
Yeah. We are seeing that Sasha is ahead of Rain Freeze, 2 camps up. Lilia's clear is just so nice, and we're seeing her roam to the mid lane by Covert Panda Mont Blanc.
Yeah, no wards here to spot him out. But there is a black shield on Pickle Popper.
Pickle!
Kassadin going in, getting queued up. Pickle Popper's there. The stun comes down, but the spell shield is around as well. Ultimate from Pickle Popper goes down, but Zenith Blade was held off. Ignite going down, one more auto attack, and first blood going to Shu.
Yeah, that is so big for the Krugs. Getting that 400 gold on the Shu, and like letting him get this wave for free, huge. But I mean, it does give J Herbo the push on bot lane. However, since the wave was shoved into J Herbo, Cobra Panda's not going to lose much here, if anything at all. Maybe like 2 minions.
Yeah, I honestly think they should have just went straight for the dragon right there instead of collecting this wave. I mean, getting the early ocean is super good, and plus you have Caitlyn in the bot lane who's always going to be shoved into the vein.
I think 2 waves is too much to give up.
Yeah.
They don't particularly need this ocean. Garen already has insane regen. Caitlyn shouldn't be taking damage. The only person ocean really helps would be Kassadin, but Kassadin already got the kill on his lane.
That's fair, but it's less about the ocean and more about getting the Drakes snowballing.
That's
so
fair,
you pick up
yeah.
one, the Kassadin's ahead, and then you can pick up the next one in 6 minutes, and then
Yeah,
you can put yourself on soul point.
On how the Krugs what their game plan is.
I think honestly it's just scale up and let Shu get level 16 on Kassadin. That's what it seems
I
like.
think that's a decent plan.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
That's how I'd be playing it.
In the top lane, we got Norlark putting a little bit of hurt down onto Grandma Nut. And Shen's actually trading really, really well with Garen, holding his, I think it's his W to cancel the Garen Q. So he can't take that extra damage.
So it looks like we were both wrong on the first blood.
Yes, we were. We'll have to rectify that in the next one. Yeah, honestly, this is a very boring game right now. I want more blood.
Yeah, I mean, we've both jugglers are content with just farming it out, so no blood yet.
How do you think the other game's going right now at 8 o'clock?
I think Infernal is winning, or at least they better be, because my red stonks depend on it.
Yeah, my 5 stonks.
Actually, knowing Zabel, like they're probably losing right now, but they'll win late.
Hope so. Play for the Elder Dragon.
Yeah, play for the Elder always.
Good strat.
The faster there's an Elder, the better.
Brain Freeze hit 6, has both buffs right now. Might look for an ultimate in the mid lane. But he's going to be spotted out on this ward, taking with Scuttle Crab, so Pickle Popper should back off. Never mind, J Herbo and Lat Muda here. Q onto it from Pickle Popper, and this is going to be a dead Rain Freeze. Kill goes over to Thresh, and that's not who you want to see that. That's a mistake
you already
there.
saw Thresh flash. You gotta stop hitting that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Thresh. You already saw Nocturne flash.
Little bit of mistake right here, but
I mean, better than no kill, I guess.
yeah, and it honestly wastes the Nocturnal, so now he's got to wait another 2 minutes before he can try to get a kill, which is really good for Bramble. Slows down the game plan of Krugs. Lilia goes over the wall, though, into this Dragon Pit. Notice there's a pink ward there, but still takes Dragon Aggro. It's going super low. We honestly haven't seen much of Sasha this game, but that's what Lilia does. She just farms.
She's still ahead though, right? She's still ahead of her counterpart.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Grandma Nut slowly building his lead in the top lane. Now 20 CS up, 3 full waves.
That is actually insane. Nolik's been shoving
yeah.
into Grandma Nut pretty much this entire time, so you'd think it'd
4
be
waves.
the opposite.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now that is a 500 gold lead, which is really, really big at 10 minutes.
Yep. And Grandma Nut is up a level. Or at least, not a full level, but about a third of a level.
Oh, in the mid lane, we almost had a nice combo CC of the W and Q from Morgana. Sorry, the W from Quicksilver Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
That rolling seed that goes all the way across the map.
E. That's E.
Oh, it's an E? Oh, my bad. I need to learn these new champs, man.
You're good.
What's it called?
Let me find. E is called Swirl Seed.
The Swirl Seed.
Yeah.
We have Nocturne hovering around this bot lane, looking for something.
Yeah, he does have ult. I like that they're considering something here. Let's see, but it looks like Sasha may also sniff it out.
Yeah, J Herbo's had a nice freeze setup, but elected not to do it.
Wait, Rain Freeze, what are you doing, homie?
You gotta sniff something out here. Wait, Latin Buddha. Oh my god. Yeah, he just went in. Alright, and that's going to be a death rush right there. Lily is in the mix, but I don't think Quicksilver Slash can do that much. She's ignited. Shen'el is come down. Vayne is going in on Mont Blanc. Double kill for Rain Freeze, but the Shen'el gets interrupted by Garen, who is now getting fought. But he's able to run away there, and that was a big misstep from Latin Buddha, just walking forward.
Yeah, Rain Freeze was in the bush, and Latin Buddha put a ward in that bush, but Rain Freeze, like, didn't move. Maybe I had the camera angle in the wrong spot.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just speeding up a little bit to catch back up. My stream's been lagging a little bit, so I'm a little bit behind you. We're back on live. No, we're good now. That was my bad.
12, 14, 15?
Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's big for Krugs. They have a 1.5k gold lead right now, and they're just looking to push it further.
Yeah, Shu is now a problem. He has almost completed his Rod of Ages. Let's see, he is sitting on... Yes, Shu has Rod of Ages next time he backs. That's a problem.
Yeah, and he called up Mont Blanc to help Shu shove in this lane. And Shu's going to base right here, but that does give Pickle Popper another plate, which will be pretty good to have gold there. Nolik running down Rain Freeze, though. The WE missing from Quicksilver Sasha, but Rain Freeze in a bit of trouble. One more auto attack, and that's a huge shutdown going over to Nolik.
Actually, yeah. Pickle won't even get the plate here. Maybe. Okay, he will. J Herbo came over, very nice. Shu, you need 11, my friend.
Yeah, and now we have Mont Blanc going in. Good dodge from J Herbo from that Zenith Blade. Grandma Nut is here. Teleport's coming in. Pickle Popper in the stasis. But there's a giant Garen on top of him. One ult will do it. Grandma Nut going super low, though. Shenton is up. J Herbo still in the back doing a lot of damage. Flash forward from Shen. He's able to pick that one up with the Bramble. The Balmy Cinder, I should say. And meanwhile, Caitlyn in the bot lane just farming up, getting a...
About to see Rain Freeze and Sasha clash. Or not. Almost.
Latin Buddha coming in. Mont Blanc is here as well. Looking for this. Hook goes wide, though. Corporate Panda is able to get out. Never mind, the ult's going down. Mont Blanc has to go into stasis. Shen is here as well. And they kind of backed away. Caitlyn setting up traps. It was a good play for
It's so scary to pull a Vayne into a fight like that.
I mean, It did end up working out for them just because
Yeah.
they had Shen on the spot side with them.
But like you don't know where Nocturne is. Like you pull him in, and if Nox, like if Nox in Tribush instead of like at Gromp.
Yeah, it's a good point. Ooh,
And we're
pick a
seeing
pop.
two in mid on Shu.
Yeah, Thresh is here. Shu does have his ultimate back up, so he might be able to jump
Shu's
away
11.
from this hook. Nocturne is going in, though, and Shu is coming back into this game. Morgana ult comes down, but it's not going to be enough. That is a double kill for the Nocturne. Sasha is here as well, looking for the sleep onto Shu. Getting it. Shen ult comes down, gets the taunt off. That is a double kill for Lilia. Both junglers picking up 2 kills right there.
Extremely unfortunate that those 2 kills went on the Nocturne instead of the Kassadin. I mean, still good on on Noct, but definitely like to get as much gold as we can on the Kassadin. But a really nice counter there by Sasha.
Yeah, way to be in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And Covert Panda hitting 142 CS in 15 minutes. Really impressive.
And we're seeing the
that
bot lane
turret.
turret fall. And the Sasha is going to be taking this Herald off the map.
Yeah, and right now nobody from Krugs is on the map, so this is pretty free. But we'll have to see where Krugs wants to put this Caitlyn. If they want to try to get the mid turret or the top.
I expect they'll go... Okay, looks like they're going mid and she's taking top. Makes sense, Kassadin can now hold his own 1v1 against pretty much anyone.
What if it's 2v1? Looks like Lily is going to be dropping this Rift Herald and looking to shove this in. Leona is coming up, but the turret's probably going to die before she gets there.
Pickle Popper taking a big chunk there. Sasha and Nollark able to take down the top turret with the help of Shelly.
Caitlyn ult used on the Latin Buddha just for a little bit of poke damage.
Unfortunately, Shelly does not get a second charge off, but main objectives accomplished. And who would have ever thought we would reach 16.5 minutes in a Bramble game where no dragons have been taken?
Not me for sure. That is. This is definitely not me playing. Yeah, I kind of like this look from Sasha though. 2-1-2 on Lily, 116 CS. In this entire game, she's just been kind of trailing where Brain Freeze is and farming up the jungle.
Yep.
And we're seeing Pickle Popper split pushing against Grandma Nut right now, trying to get this mini wave into the turret. He's playing a little bit cautious. His Nocturne.
I mean, you have to, because you don't know where Nocturne is. You don't have a tier 1 turret there.
Yep.
You step up too far, you could easily get popped.
Yeah, but I think if they're tracking summoner spells right now, they should know Shu doesn't have TP, and they can probably press for this dragon early. I mean, not early, but, you know, get one dragon.
Yeah, however, at this point, like, the dragon is less valuable because you don't expect there to be a soul this game. Sure, it is still valuable. See an action bot lane.
Yep, Pickle Pop getting engaged upon. Lily is here, though. Might be able to just double kill them right here. Has a sleep down. It's going for Rain Freeze. Get one more auto attack. It's going to run onto Grandma Nut. Flashes forward, getting that proc. And looking for it under the turret. Couple more auto attacks. And now Leona's in a bad spot. Flash hook from Latin Buddha getting the play as well. And Mont Blanc's going to go down J Herbo. So 3 kills for Bramble right there.
Yeah, I mean, Bramble just took the initiative. Krugs kind of weren't really doing anything, and they got caught out both in mid and bot.
Oh, hook coming out from Latin Buddha, play onto Covert Panda, who does flash away. They're diving under 2 turrets. Shen ult coming down onto the Thresh. Vayne going in and getting the kill as well. J Herbo on a killing spree, 3-0-2.
We're seeing a couple blue pings on the dragon.
Yeah, and what do you think about this Vayne now? 40 CS down, but 3-0.
I think it's very fortunate, very unfortunate that the Caitlyn was 0-0-3, not being able to pick up any of those kills. But J Herbo is he's sitting on 1.5 items now, nearly 2. He's nearly online.
Yeah, it's looking good. And I kind of want to build a Wit's End to be able to deal with the Kassadin after this Rage Blade gets completed. Yeah. Rage Blade.
How's Death's Dance on Vayne?
I mean, Death's Dance right now is just a really strong item, so pretty good. But
Yeah, it makes sense though. Wit's End probably better with the attack speed and the Bork.
yeah, you already have the healing from Blade of the Ruined King, so I don't know if
Mhm.
the double healing is necessary. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of a lull. Bramble back have 3 in this mid lane. 1 in the top, 1 in the bot. Looking to pressure this down. And Vayne's just stepping up and no fear. They're just going to be able to take it.
Yeah, I mean, the Krugs players are looking very timid. They just, like, anytime Bramble shows aggression, they just kind of seem to back off. Never, like, actually questioning that aggression. It'd be nice to see him try and create some imbalances here with Nocturne, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm curious if that's how Krugs is normally playing, or if that's just having a Shu in the game saying, hey guys, it's okay, we scale perfectly fine, let me get level 16 and we'll murder him.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's a bit weird, though, to kind of just turn over shot calling abilities to a dude not on your team. So in that sense, like, I think it's better just to stick to their original game plan. I don't know what that game plan is.
I think it was kind of just use Caitlyn in the start of the game, rotate around, take the inner turrets, or sorry, the outer turrets, and then try to use her for early objectives like dragons and the Rift Heralds, but unfortunately Bramble have been able to secure those. Nocturne going in onto the Morgana though, Ring Freeze down to half, Pick Popper down less. Get the Shen ultimate down to save him though. And that's what we're expecting out of this Shen Nocturne matchup.
Yeah.
As soon as the Shen ult comes down, there's communication between the Bramble squad of where it is, and then Nulark instantly on that TP.
Yep. And we're now looking at a 2-item cast, 10 CS per minute. Shu is now a champion, level 14. He is very close to 16.
He's more than a champion. He's a boot.
He is soon going to be a raid boss.
He's just going to stomp people.
But, I mean, it is very scary playing into Lilia Morg and Shen. So much CC. So Shu has to be very careful about spots, and a lot of that will depend on Rain Freeze and Mont Blanc, and even Grandma Nut, creating those windows of opportunity for him.
That is true.
A lot of people, you know, Kassadin is like a 1v9 champ in a sense, but if he gets locked down, he's done. So you can't just run in blindly and expect Shu to do everything here.
You know, that's a really good point. But you have to expect that once it does get to that late game point, Shu will have the damage to be able to follow up on.
Oh yeah, most certainly. I'm just saying, like, it's usually not gonna. It usually shouldn't be Shu making first move.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not a 1v9 champ right now.
He's not the initiation himself. He just kind of flanks and does Kassadin things.
Yeah, and the only initiation you have on the side of Krugs is the Leona
or
and the Nocturne.
Yep.
And if any of those, if Leona or Nocturne go in without backup, they're just gonna pretty much instantly die.
Yeah, that's okay though, because they do have a very fed Kate and Kassadin, and Garen's holding his own.
Yeah, and the CS lead didn't actually grow for this Garen as much as I expected it to.
Right.
Nulark's still only down about 10 CS, which he was down.
I mean, I
20
expect
before.
a lot of that may have to do with kind of Krugs getting caught up in some lane swaps, and maybe managing the waves on those swaps can be a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's fair. I do worry about the side of Krugs. If Brownback are able to either sneak a Baron or win a team fight then take it, the wave clear from this Krugs team just doesn't exist.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. That is very suspect.
Yeah, you got Caitlyn Q. That's pretty much it. And that's going to do absolutely nothing to Baron minions.
R.
And yeah, there it is. We're just starting it right now. It's already down to about half. Jay Herbo doing so much work to it on this Vayne, and there's no sniff out from the side of Krugs. And it's just going to be gone before Blue Trinket goes down.
Yep.
And what a good call from the side of Bramble, just setting up vision around it, knowing that Krugs isn't stepping up into their jungle.
And they're like, all right, let's go get our second dragon with Bramble.
I mean, it's not really Bramble if they're taking the second dragon in 24 minutes.
I agree.
Wait, did they take the first one?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, because
Oh,
for
wait,
me
no.
it's saying
No,
Ocean
no.
on Krugs.
Krugs got it.
Yeah,
Wait.
Krugs got it.
Okay.
So yeah, J Herbo can basically solo this,
Yeah.
while the rest of the team sets up vision and looks for the push.
And yeah, I mean, that is a big swing for Bramble here, but I still think the game is extremely even. Sure, slightly in favor, at least like Bramble will probably get maybe 2 tier 2 turrets. But Kassadin is very nearly 16.
Yeah, Bramble right now,
He is 50% of the way to 16.
Bramble isn't actually shoving anything right now. They have Morgana in the bot lane pushing it, but like they were setting up for a very long time in the spot side jungle without
Yeah, it looks
trying
like
to
they're
get these
going to be
towers.
shifting forward of the bot lane. This turret will go. You got to give this turret, homie. Let Kassadin hit 16 before you do something. Okay, they're defending it. Nice.
Yeah, Kassadin is down here. Has his Zonies down. Nocturne going in onto Greg Pickle Popper. Shutdown onto J Herbo, which is absolutely huge. But Lilia's still in the middle of the fight doing a lot of damage. We have everybody running away. Shu is just so big. Cobra Panda slaying Pickle Popper. Shen now going to be ulted, getting upon by Leona. Caitlyn's there as well. Good taunt, but it's not enough. Nolar going to be going down. Actually might get a kill. Never mind.
Nolar, single null. Putting out the DPS. All right.
Yeah, he's able to pick one. Though. And that's every Baron buff on the side of Brambleback just getting wiped.
Gone, and Kassadin dinged 16 off of killing Nullark. Look out.
Ooh. And
Kassadin completes the Zanya's. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
It started to look really good for Brambleback right there, but...
It did. And I'm actually very surprised that Shu went in for the flank at 15. But clearly it worked. So I guess I was wrong there. Or maybe not wrong, but I wouldn't have done that. I like it, though.
I mean, the fact that he was just able to get on top of J Herbo and murder him was huge. Because J Herbo is the main source of damage on this Bramble squad. Yes, Sasha cranks, but I mean, this Vayne is the only AD damage.
Yeah. And it can be a bit difficult for Lilia to actually crank without a lot of like tankier units, because she can get popped really quickly if she's not careful. Definitely a lot of skill expression there with Lilia.
Yeah, that fight was kind of hectic too, with the Shu coming in the back line.
Right.
Then the Nocturne as well with Leona. Like, you said Shu wasn't supposed to be the engage, but he kind of did in that fight.
Yeah, it worked out.
Engage with the Zonius. Now we're getting a fight. Leona going in, missing onto J Herbo. J Herbo is in his ult, but he has no protection from this Kassadin. And Shu is on a killing spree, getting a double kill, looking for 3, gets it, triple. That's a quadra kill. Subs in and is carrying this game.
Yep, the only like reliable lockdown on the on the Kassadin is Shen taunt, or like Lilia. But if you're not strictly paying attention to Shu, good luck.
Ooh, no, like, why are you even here, buddy? Looking for the taunt, gets 4 members, but the rest of the team's going. And Grandma Nut grabbed that ace. And
yeah, Krugs looking pretty decent here.
Yeah, they're looking good, but like, if you're Bramble, what can you do to come back right now?
You need to try and somehow pick off Shu. This Kassadin is a problem, 100%.
Yeah, 7-1-7 right now. It is the Shu show once again. And not to take it away from any of the other Krugs members. They're all playing very well in this game.
I mean, yeah, but clearly the win con here is Kassadin, just with the comp they've drafted, right? Garen, stronger early presence. Nocturne falls off around, like, 4 or so items. Yeah, come like, maybe 35 minutes or so, Nocturne does get weaker relative to other junglers. And Caitlyn, pretty solid throughout. But Kassadin, he's a ticking time bomb, no matter who's playing him.
Yeah, that is for sure. Right now, Bramble setting up around this next dragon, getting some wards down, but they were able to actually save their inhibitor. So that's good for them.
Yeah, that is big. The good news is that they don't have to fight over dragons, because there's no threat of souls. Although Infernal does kind of suck to give up.
Yeah, that is true. And they have a huge push on this mid lane right now, and it looks like they're just going to be walking up for it. But
It's also very
is coming down.
unfortunate that Cassidy is the only AP on the Krugs team because they have to itemize strictly for Shu now. Like if they buy MR, that doesn't help at all against Kate, Nocturne, Garen.
No, it does not. And we're seeing Krugs just going straight for this Infernal. Won't be able to take it. Caitlyn ending up smiting it away. And I mean,
you gotta
Baron's back up.
think that this Baron fight will probably be the last team fight of the game.
Do you ever think Bramble can just give it?
I don't think Bramble can give it. I think they got to make their stand here.
All right. And it looks like they're going to be going for it. They have that Scuttle Crab, so they know Krugs hasn't started yet. And Krugs actually getting vision, then walking away from the Baron. Yeah, and now Lambuda and Quicksilver Slash are going to be able to clear out these pink wards that were set up by Krugs. And play some of their own. And wow, we're just going to be starting it from J Herbo.
I like it. Go for it.
Yeah, Caitlyn trapped, so they do know what's happening. Latin Buddha stepping up.
Shu does
Nocturne is here as well. Yeah, Shu TP into the mid lane. Should signal Bramble to get
Shu
the
picks
hell
up
out of this one.
Shu now has a death cap.
He hasn't actually upgraded the Dark Seal either.
Yeah.
But now Bramble's vision getting cleared out from the side of Krugs, and Bramble's juicy. Or sorry, the Baron's
there
juicy.
Is such little magic resistance purchased by Bramble here.
I mean, it's hard. We get an engage from Mont Blanc going on to Pickle Popper, getting super low. But Mont Blanc getting Shen taunted up. And Nocturne going in onto J Herbo. Never mind, that's Pickle Popper. Rain Freeze going low as well, though. Shu on the backside looking for J Herbo. J Herbo ults away. But Shu is in the stasis and is going to be able to chase these two down. Auto attacks from J Herbo can't stay alive, and that is a double kill for Shu. The backside, though, Nolak is able to pick up one, but Shu is still alive. Grandma Nut as well, and that's a triple kill for the Kassadin.
Yeah, I think Baron will stay on the map, but goodbye to that mid lane inhibitor. But all in all, like, could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
3 for 5, not terrible.
Wasn't a bad fight. But again, they need magic resist to deal with this Kassadin.
They really do. So we're seeing the Banshee Veil completed on Lilia. I like it a lot. We're seeing the Spirit Visage on Nullark. Excellent choice.
I just think Vayne needs something.
Yep, I agree. Vayne definitely needs something.
Whether it's the Wit's End, whether it's... I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean,
even
Wit's
a freaking
End,
Spirit Visage at this
Dance,
point.
even
Just
a GA
something.
is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Hex Drinker. I don't know how that item is on ADCs.
It's all right. There are better items, but if Shu is allowed to just kill J Herbo over and over again in this back, in the back of this,
actually probably not Hex Drinker because he does have Phantom Dancer, so that'll be double Bloodline or Lifeline, whatever it's called.
True. I don't know. It isn't looking good for Bramble right now, and it's all on the back of Shu finishing up that Mage Ice as well. 10 stacks right there, and they're going to be looking for more. You see Krugs kind of setting up, gets binded. There is no chain of CC to follow up on that, though. Pickle Popper, another binding landing onto Shu, but doesn't really do a lot of damage.
We're seeing the Mage Eyes completed for Shu.
Caitlyn ulting and pretty much nowhere, but Shu coming in. Nocturne ult going in onto Vayne into backline. Rain Freeze getting the fear up. No QSS, so he can't ignore it, but good hook to pull Rain Freeze off. Shu is there as well, and this is a 4v1. Shu getting a double kill, but looking for more. Shen taunt coming down. They're able to pick up, but it is just Shen against 2 members. Wow. Another 4 for 2. Sorry, 4 for 3.
2 to 1 right now, yeah.
Yeah. And Nollark might actually be able to do this. He's getting silenced. He can't actually run away from this. Good taunt.
Man, there's supers on the base. 20 seconds till Herbo's up.
Yeah, Grandma.
At least one in turret.
Getting the ace. They might be able to just end it right here. They have Demolish.
Yeah. Okay, they're playing it safe. You know, like, that's fine. We'll take another Infernal Dragon. No big deal.
Yeah, and I mean, you see it. The first fight that Krugs win,
And
they take.
and we're still not seeing anything defensive being picked up by J Herbo here. He's opting for a second Zeal.
Yeah, I don't like. You need
Well,
MR
I
at this
guess
point.
maybe a Phantom Dancer is like pseudo defensive, but
He already has a
I'd
Phantom
like to
Dancer.
see some magic resist here.
Teleport coming in from Pickle Popper. But I don't know if you want this fight. J Herbo is here as well. Oh, J Herbo, don't do it. You're standing on a ward right now. Don't do it.
Sasha able to steal the dragon.
Yeah, they go in, but how's this fight going to go? Doesn't look like it's going well. Nocturne will come down. Shoot is here. J Herbo on the backside, able to pick up the Nocturne, but...
And that's the level 18 Kassadin teleporting into the base.
Yeah, no, this game's over. I mean, they tried. Doubt they needed to, but... It was at least a valiant effort. They were able to pick up one. But now Shu and Grandma Nut just looking at this game with the supers. Nolak doing his best just to kind of stave off 3 members. Light and Buddha is here though. Lantern goes down, but it's not going to be enough. Shu just on the Nexus. Those auto attacks doing so much work. And that is the game, folks. 35 minutes.
The Krugs folks did some damage there.
Oh yeah.
They did some damage there.
That was a close one in the beginning, but then the scaling just took over the game. Yeah, that was a... There's not much else to say. Krugs just outscaled Bramble.
You don't choke out a Kassadin early, and that's what happens.
Yeah, but... You know, that's going to be the first game of Krugs versus Bramble, so those Krug stocks looking pretty juicy right now. Unfortunately, did not buy those. Didn't have
I also did not buy those.
But yeah, we're going to send it to a quick 5-minute break. Then we'll be back in, a little bit for Game 2 between Krugs and Bramble. So stay tuned for that. See you soon.
Do you hear the distance?
Hello, and welcome back, Rec League. This is the 11 o'clock game between Brambleback and Krugs. We had a banger of a game one, and Krugs were able to come out victorious off of some very, very hyperscaling. Yeah, it's a hyperscaling shoe.
Some hyperscaling shoe indeed.
Yep.
But I mean, Grandma Nut played quite well actually. I believe he ended 9-3-4. He had a slight lead over Nullark coming out of lane phase, and he was able to hold on to it. Saw some pretty solid Caitlyn Leo play from Panda and Mont Blanc, and Rain Freeze was able to pull a couple clutch ults there as the game went on.
Yeah, the Nocturne actually worked out really, really well for Rain Freeze. It kind of reminded me of Air Drake Season 5, I believe. It was the Isikli Shoemaker show, but then Dainty Taco would basically just play either tanks or Nocturne, and even if he ended up falling down behind in CS, he would just farm up till 6, and then have the ultimate to go wherever he was pointed and try to blow somebody up.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice thing about that champ, right? It's like it's very very clear to your team of like, all right guys, it's time, let's go.
As our resident Nocturne expert, how do you think he did on that champ?
I would have liked to see him do something a bit more in the early game, or at least like early mid game. But I was pleasantly surprised with how he played later on. I think he played a bit timidly early on. Part of that surely can be due to kind of maybe some early season jitters coming into a new league, a new team, not really too sure what to expect out of some of the opposition. But Nocturne he can scrap a bit early on, and shouldn't be afraid of doing that.
Yeah, and sometimes it is, scary going up against an opponent who is a full tier above you. Like, he's 7-3 and Sasha is gold 1, so yeah, that there's a little bit of a skill gap, and this going into the matchup, but...
And yeah, I mean, maybe their approach was just like, hey, like, we're just going to go for the lower variance route. Like, we might sack a bit in the jungle, but as long as we don't, like, let Sasha snowball or somebody else snowball off of just, like, beating up Rain Freeze over and over, we're okay with that. And we think we can outplay or create small advantages elsewhere.
Yeah, so from the side of Brownback, we're going to be getting into champ select relatively shortly. What do you want to see differently in their draft?
I want to see wrecked Pickle Popper on a real mid laner. We've seen him do very, very well historically on, like stuff like Orianna, Viger, a lot of that type of stuff. I don't think Morgana has the greatest amount of skill expression, and I would say that wrecked Pickle Popper is a very skilled mid laner. Like, show it off, buddy. You got it. Strut it.
Yeah, but it's kind of the mental handicap going against Shu, right? Like, he's just
dude.
Strong.
You take it to him. You take it to him.
I know you have
if
to.
You're timid and you let Shu have that mental edge. You let the casting scale, and you can't do that. You got to be aggressive on him.
That's exactly what happened. So now we're going to see 3 bans coming out from the side of Krugs. Jarvan is the first one, getting Sasha off that champ.
And Krugs have all of their bans this game.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
I'm absolutely livid.
Typical Vlad ban coming out against Shu. That champion, I
don't
believe,
think
is
there's any surprise there.
Nope. I like the Mordekaiser ban.
Yeah. And I don't think Nullark did anything like game breaking the previous game. I think Krugs are more than content to let Nullark run it back with Shen.
Yeah, although
impure fool.
His Shen was a problem, I think. Like, in the late game, you saw him, like, 1v3 champion.
Oh, yeah.
After the fight
the
was already
yeah.
done, but...
Yeah.
It did have a lot of power. And we got the Hecarim and Twitch ban against Rain Freeze and Covert Panda. So I'm expecting Caitlyn. Yep, there it is. Pretty easy first pickup. It did a lot of work. Covert Panda able to take the first turret before 14 minutes, getting all those plates.
And
no there it is.
Oh wait, Sasha took the Nocturne. There are changes.
Or maybe it's a Pickle Popper Nocturne.
Dude, please. That would warm my heart.
But yeah, I really like this because it just makes the damage profile a little bit more diverse.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of AP damage, and the only threat was that Vayne from J Herbo. But yeah, having the Shen Nocturne combo is super big.
But yeah, it turns out that having a short range ADC into a Kassadin can be a bit suspect.
Yeah, but they
And
banned
into
it
a
out
Caitlyn,
anyways.
for that matter.
I mean, it did fine in lane. Like, J Herbo was down CS, but he was able to pick up kills, which was really nice. And now we see the same lane coming out, the Leona Caitlyn.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think Panda and Mont Blanc, they did fine. No reason to change anything up down there.
Definitely not.
And with the top lane, I think Rainfreeze and Krugs in general are more than happy to run it back with Shen Garen up top.
Yeah, I think the top lane matchup will go, or could go a little bit differently, though. Nolark he wasn't hitting his CS as well as he should have. And it wasn't that Rainfreeze was really bringing it to him. It was more that he was just missing CS while trying to shove in real hard. But
although we do know that's something that he's been trying to work on. So we'll see if there have been big improvements made in the off season.
Well, there weren't that game, so a little unfortunate.
But now there will be. Now it's time.
They banned Kassadin, but they're giving Pickle Popper last pick, so I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just don't want to deal with it in general. Maybe Pickle doesn't feel comfortable.
That's fair. But they leave Victor up, which I think is a much more safe blind pickable champ than the Kassadin is.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to pick a support here for Latin Buddha. The Yumi is online. I don't know if Latin Buddha plays it, but it's such a good champion to go with Ezreal. Thresh is still on the table. I think the Thresh did pretty well into the Leona matchup. Hit a lot of good plays, and Latin Buddha actually showed up pretty well with the Thresh.
Zyra.
Ooh. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, I like the Zyra. I just hate playing with Ezreals until somebody can prove to me that they're good at Ezreal.
I mean,
I haven't seen J Herbo play Ezreal, so I'm excited to see it. But that champion's hard to play well.
Yeah, it is. We see a Silas pick up
Yeah.
Horseshoe in the mid lane.
That is expected.
Yep.
At least for me, it was expected.
Very blind pickable champion right now. And a lot of good ultimates to steal on the other side.
2 globals, Zyra, yep, we take those.
Yeah. And being able to split push against Shen, taking his ultimate and then ulting into the team fight before Shen, that's so funny.
That's nuts. And we're seeing a Volibear jungle. Okay, a new look for Rainfreeze.
Alright, let's do it. And I mean, Volibear we've seen bouncing around Worlds right now. A lot of teams have been playing it for a very aggressive champ early on. And also scales pretty well.
In the top lane.
Yeah.
Like Bwippo and some other folks have played it.
It's done relatively well. We get a Corki for Pickle Popper. So they got this double 80 carry build, but honestly, it feels a little weird not having a tank in the support role.
Yeah.
Because if you're having a 1-3-1 with Shen and Nocturne not there, you just left with a Corki, Ezreal, and Zyre who gonna be able to do nothing against the
I'm not a fan of the Bramble comp. It's definitely playable, but I would say it's more of a finesse comp than traditional like rec league comp. Although, I don't mean to insinuate that rec league comps don't have finesse, but you typically like this isn't exactly a front to back team fight comp. It's more of a kite, poke, kite, and get some imbalances type comp. Much harder to execute. I definitely think that Season 6 finalists are up to it, though. Yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of this will depend on how J Herbo does and how long it takes to get this Ezreal online.
That is true. And for everybody in Twitch chat right now, I do apologize. I forgot to switch over to the actual champ select screen, so you're just staring at Valve the entire time, and that is my bad. But you have the graphic right now.
There you go.
I'm sorry. It's hard to know when you make a mistake when you're doing a recording instead of being live, because there's no Twitch chat to be able to yell at you. Yeah, but my fault on that one. Apologies.
Well, if anyone is so inclined, you can just take a screenshot of this and go back and listen to the audio.
Yeah, if you want. Probably not gonna happen.
I don't think anybody will.
All right, can we
But
talk
you
about
can.
this bot lane for a second though? So Caitlyn, Leona into Ezreal, Zyra. I've talked to Jay Herbo a little bit about this, and he thinks the Caitlyn Ezreal matchup is a 50-50, where I think it's definitely a Caitlyn favored matchup. Like,
So I think at the top level, like Worlds level, sure, I'll give it a 50-50. At Rec League level, I will not give it a 50-50. I think it's much easier to execute for the Caitlyn.
yes,
I think Ezreal's incredibly hard to play well, and I hate playing with Ezreal like all the time. Until somebody can prove to me that they're good at it. Jay Herbo, we've seen some hype around his Ezreal, or at least I have. Haven't actually seen it on the Rift, so I'm excited to see how he does.
I am too. But like, even level 1, level 2, if you're not safe, you get poked down pretty hard by this Caitlyn. And yes,
Yeah.
you have a range support into Leona, but if you don't hit level 2 first, this Leona Caitlyn is just going to one-shot one of them. Like,
Yeah,
there's so
I
much
am-
damage coming out of this bot lane.
And even later on, I'm very scared for Bramble for like the lack of peel they have. I mean, sure, like Corki's got the Valkyrie, Ezreal's got the E Arcane Shift, whatever it's called, and like you got Zyra and Shen to like throw down some CC, but I don't know. I think it's going to be really hard to stop Garen, Silas, and Volley from coming in.
And it's just such a weird bottom 3 picks to pick up when you have a Shen Nocturne, right? Like, you've Shen
Yeah.
Nocturne who is full on engaged dive into the enemy team. Then you
Right.
have a Corki, Ezreal, Zyra who are all about poke and staying
But
safe.
let's kite it out, dude.
Yeah, so like
You
you
got,
have this
super hard engage and then kite.
two different style of gameplay, which is
Yeah.
they're gonna have to do something. It's gonna be a very hard comp to pull off. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a finesse comp.
Yeah, where like maybe if you went Tristana on the J Herbo and something like the Thresh, then it's rounds out more where you can kind of do
Right.
both of kite out and both engage. But
Or I mean, I think even Ashe makes a lot of sense. Like you got Nocturne Ashe, so nice. Maybe lane phase is a bit more risky and like a Leona, but I don't know.
yeah, I mean, there were a lot of different champs they could have picked there, like the Morgana for the Black Shield if they're worried about getting stunned up, or even taking the cleanse into this Leona
Yeah.
so you can kind of stay
True.
safer.
True.
But, hey, we got an Ezreal instead, so let's see how it goes.
And we're seeing Shu opt for the fleet footwork. I don't think he normally does that, but I think it makes a lot of sense into Pickle Popper's Corki.
Yeah, we didn't really touch on this matchup at all, but the Corki isn't in the best of spots right now, and if it was, then you'd see it a hell of a lot at Worlds, but it still does a good amount of
Right.
damage. Once you
Yeah.
finish that Triforce, i.e. Essence Reaver, you're going to be putting out tons. We're seeing a little bit of an invade, though, and then they're spotted out, and nothing else is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how much practice Pickle Popper has had with the Corki. I don't know if he like was hoping to maybe take Shu by surprise with it, or if Pickle Popper is confident in his Corki play. I don't expect there to be a ton of blood in the mid lane. I imagine that Corki should be able to generate a slight lead, just because he's ranged versus melee. But if that Silas gets on you, it's scary.
Yeah, that is for sure. But you do always have the Valkyrie to get away, so
Right.
Pickle Popper should be relatively safe in this.
And
lane.
I mean, one of the nice things about Corki is that it's not a great ult for Silas to steal.
And I think that's the main reason behind the pick.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't great. J Herbo and Latin Buddha standing on a ward, but it gets spotted out.
I mean, they like to see him trying something at least.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the early cull from Ezreal, the first item cull. Don't know if that's standard or not.
It is not, especially in a lane where you're outranged. But
Yeah.
Latin Buddha's putting a lot of aggression right now, so yeah, Covert Panda and Mont Blanc actually can't really step up to this mini wave, so
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta expect that they're gonna try and pop 2 first, then just go ham.
oh, definitely. And there they have it. Covert Panda's able to step up, get in front of these minions, and just try to put down some poke. Yeah, I'm just sitting in this bot lane right now. Two's coming in. J Herbo getting eat up, stunned up. The trap doesn't come down, but he's getting shoved out. That's so much damage there.
Yeah, and I mean, that's J Herbo's potion already.
Yeah, there you go. And no summoners blown, so a repeat now that J Herbo's down to half health could signal death.
Yep. The wave's not in the best of spots. Gotta imagine that they want to try and maybe crash it and cheat a recall, or just wait for it to bounce back.
Yeah, I think you can crash it and wait for it to bounce back right now.
Yeah.
You're against the Nocturne jungle, so you don't really expect ganks to come out.
Right.
Especially when you have Volibear on this side with you.
Right.
But Cover's doing a good job just sidestepping right here.
Yep.
Pickle Popper in the mid lane going up against Shu has to use the Valkyrie. And Shu doing so much damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually an interesting start. Pickle Popper going for the Doran's Shield instead of the Blade.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe even Corki would opt for Corrupting Pot.
Yeah.
Just
I
because
think
you
that
know
would be better.
South is going to sustain forever. You want to try and match him with that.
But Shu doing a good job picking up CS under turret. He's currently up in health, mana, and CS on Pickle Popper.
And Rain Freeze maybe going for a drive-by. Nope, opting for the Raptors instead.
Yeah, they're actually baiting this out bot lane. Nocturne is kind of sitting in the wings. And Leona is going in onto the Ezreal, flashing forward. Ignite going down, a little bit of damage left, but Latin Buddha is there. Fear coming down, Quicksilver Sasha looking for Mont Blanc, and first blood to J Herbo.
Yeah,
Good
just
bait.
threw ham there from the Krug side. Really nice bait by Bramble, and J Herbo was able to cash in for first blood.
Yeah, gank in the mid lane though, going on to Pickle Popper, who's just going to Valkyrie away.
And Sasha's here to potentially counter.
Sitting on a ward though.
On a ward, yeah.
Top lane CS is relatively even. This is a big wave going to be shoving into Nolark. We'll see if he opts to freeze it or not.
It's so hard to freeze into a Garen as well, because this Garen does have a level advantage.
Ooh! Killed the bot lane. We missed it. Dang, Latin Buddha picking that one up. Doing so much work on the Zyra.
And Covert Panda opting for a call of his own.
Yeah, that one gank from Sasha turned this lane around really well. So yeah, looking better for Bramble back. They're up 1k gold right now. Taunt coming out in the top lane, going on to the Garen. Conqueror is prop. Flash forward from Sasha, but I mean, that's actually good, trading flash for flash, but I don't think Garen actually needed to use it.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Now Volibear's here. Rain Freeze going on to Quicksilver Sasha, but his top lane's not following. Smite coming down. Shen taunt going in, and that is a two-man taunt. Looking for it, but there's an MIA call from Pickle Popper, and they don't go further because Shu is teleported up.
Yep. And yeah, so I think this is kind of more of what you and I both expected in game one. we're seeing some brawling.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't expect it from the Krug side as much as I did from the Bramble.
I agree.
Picking that Lilia pick really slowed down Sasha's gameplay, which looked really, really good, but I don't think it looked great into the Cassidin move lane.
Yeah.
We get an early Dragon Call from the side of Krugs. And it's spotted out by Zyra, but not sure if they're going to be going for this. Seems like they don't know either. Alright, they're restarting it back up. Everyone's kind of here. Garen actually teleports away, so Shen can join this fight. And this might actually just be a free Drake for the side of Bramble now.
And Shen has taken his recall. He still has ult and TP.
Yeah.
And
that
the
was
wave
a
is coming into Grandma Nut.
pretty bad TP there from the Garen.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think it's okay to catch that wave. I don't mind conceding this first dragon. Not ideal, but could be worse. I think keeping the XP and gold lead is more important.
Yeah, that's fair. But at the same time, if you're going to be doing that, then why'd you walk down in the first place?
Right, yeah. I definitely think maybe it should have been some recalibration there.
But hey, it's second week. Everyone has some map work to do. It's fine. And
And
you're
they're
saying
playing with
Shu?
their mid laner, so maybe their old mid laner would have done things differently.
That is fair. Shu, however, getting a 14 CS lead over Pickle Popper. Going in once again. Pickle Popper valking away. Good trade on damage back, but the was it Kingslayer? Gonna be able to heal up Shu anytime he goes in. And we see some good poke coming out from J Herbo in the bot lane, taking that lethal tempo.
Yeah. And that's one of the nice things about this lane is that if Volibear is coming in, you're going to see him from like a while away. So Ezreal knows he can just kind of do as he pleases down here.
Yeah,
the only thing you have to worry about is maybe like some teleports in behind you.
And right now they have Sasha sitting in their pocket. In this push, has the ultimate up. Might not look for a play just because... Oh, never mind, they're going in. Has the spell shade up and it's blown up right there. Cobra Panda.
Disappeared.
Whew. That was a bad start on the Caitlyn.
Cobra Panda still has heal up. Like, he just got one-tapped.
Yeah, the EQ combo with the ultimate from Quicksilver Sasha was so much damage right there. Granted, Cobra Panda only had 400 health to begin with, but still. Latin Buddha coming to the mid lane, paying a visit, putting down some pressure. Shoving in Shu, letting Pickle Popper get his back off. And you know, Pickle Popper might not want him back. Shu's out of mana and health, so
Yep.
he might just be able to shove in this next wave.
And even then, like, it's not terrible for either of them to take backs in the mid lane, because they do both still have teleport. You gotta expect Shu will use his TP here. Pickle maybe shoves one more wave, waits for the cannon wave before resetting.
Yeah, and Pickle actually built the tier first, so even though it doesn't have damage, still has enough mana to fire rockets and wait
Pickle,
for
you
it.
gotta go back, buddy. He's just gonna hold the freeze.
Now Ezreal finishing up his Manamune. Almost is done with the Cola as well. Getting pretty farmed up and actually has a little CS lead on the Caitlyn. In the top lane though, we're getting a gank coming down from Quicksilver Sasha. Didn't even blow the ult. Actually doesn't even have it.
Got
Yeah, and
some
she has
good
to be
chunk.
careful because,
Yeah.
yeah, Gremlin has ult still.
And unfortunately for them, that's a Garen who's just gonna heal it all back. Action in the bot lane.
Oh, yeah, going in. Shenol coming down onto J Herbo. Mont Blanc in a bad spot. Fails the flash. Latin Buddha was there in case it hit. And Latin Buddha's going to take that one. Volibear is here now, but I don't think you want this. Never mind. You might shoes in your back pocket.
Who wants it?
Yeah, it has the
Never mind.
Shenol.
Get out
TP
of
coming
there.
out from Pickle Popper, though. Latin Buddha hitting. Oh my god, Nolik with a double taunt. Lane freeze going super low. Latin Buddha on a killing spree. Shenol coming down onto the bear, but it's not enough. He can't get out. And that is a kill for
Killed
Pickle.
himself by using that teleport. I think. Maybe he was dead anyway. But
might have
really
been.
nice look from Bramble there. We're now looking at a 5-0-5 bot lane.
Yeah, this is what we want to see. We want to see
Yeah,
more
we got
early game
2-0
plays
right now.
from
With-
Bramble.
With the bus boys in the bot lane just taking plates here.
Yeah, and this might be the first perfect game of the Rec League. I don't want to jinx it, but they
think
get
you-
away without dying or giving up an injective.
I think you jinxed it.
I mean, I probably did. It's pretty hard to do that.
Yeah, it's really hard.
They haven't lost a plate yet, though, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, this scaling on the side of Bramble is pretty huge as well. Ezreal and Corki, both going for Manamune Triforce, are going to be very, very, very big in the late game. And we talked about the Shen split push last game into the Garen. And, I mean, I don't know, it's just looking better for Bramble than it did last game.
It really is. And they're looking so much better. Like leagues better than they were.
Yeah, they were sleeping last game, turns out.
Sure, it was just a warm up. It's all right.
Yeah, just a warm-up game. Nobody needs it. Making sure everybody's stomachs are good.
Shouldn't get too confident here either. They still got to close out. They have a lead, now convert it.
Yeah, and step one of converting it is taking this Infernal Dragon, looking for that extra damage scaling. Mont Blanc might step up to sniff this out, but it's going to be a little bit too late. Sasha is here
even
for
if it's sniffed, you can't do anything about it. And looks like we're setting up a gangbang in the bot lane.
Yeah, we have the package, but spotted on a ward, so not going to be doing much.
Okay, we'll just take first turret. That's fine too.
Yeah, turret plates are going to be falling in about a minute, so right now that turret is super beefy on that last plate. A lot of armor MR there.
But wisely, Rainfreeze, no, he's not starting up the Herald.
Oh, he's going for this mid lane. And Shu is baiting it pretty heavily, but Sasha is here as well. Going in, getting the kill onto Shu, slaying him because of last game. Top lane kill, but now Rainfreeze is going to die as well.
Really nice action there from Pickle Popper and Quicksilver Sasha. That is a big double kill, but we're seeing a solo kill up top.
Yeah, we missed it because of the action mid, but Grandma Nut being able to get the better of Nolark on that one.
Single null falls to Grandma Nut.
He's down to 30 CS as well. It's a pretty big lead there for the Garen, but the rest of the map is huge for Bramble.
30 CS and 2 plates. Or 1 plate. 2 plates.
Yeah, we can check out the gold right now. You see that the Garen is at 5,000, almost the highest in the game.
Yep.
Ezreal at 6k right now. And Nolark down 1,000 gold to him.
And yeah, I mean, and Shu is down 900 in the mid lane here to Pickle Popper. But the 2k diff on Ezreal really tells a story.
Oh, yes it does. And hey, maybe I'm wrong about the matchup. Maybe it is a 50-50.
Maybe it is. I mean, still a pretty small sample size, so I still need convincing.
Yeah, but Shoot going in onto Pickle Popper, but he gets taunted up by the Zyre. Latin Buddha doing a lot of work. And Shenko coming in as well, and Latin Buddha picking up his 4th kill of the game, 4-0-3. And this mid lane turret is gonna go down. And Brambleback are on fire. 5k gold lead at 14 minutes. A flashless Shu can only walk. We're getting Mont Blanc slowed up, and Quicksilver Sasha's going to be able to pick up that kill easily. And Brownback just picking up kill after kill.
So it looks like the perfect game dream is now dead.
It is.
After single null fell to Grandma Nut.
You know he's going to get a report after the game because of that. Like if they're only one death away from the perfect game, and it's just freaking Nolark dying 1v1.
You got to.
Reporting his ass. But yeah, Brownback pretty far ahead. Krugs, what do they do to come back in this one?
They try and get picks. You got 3 people who are 0, 3, and 0. This is rough. 5v5 team fights are bad.
You know, that's fair. And I honestly think we've seen a lot less of this Volibear than I would have liked to in this early game.
I agree. Definitely would have liked to see some more action from Rainfreeze.
Yeah, you know it's bad when you're getting out ganked by a level 4 Nocturne.
Yeah.
But Rainfreeze just going out, getting Scuttle Crab, walking away from Pickle Popper, trying to keep the vision up in this river.
Curious to see how the new Bramble want to convert this. If they're going to try and end fast, if they are content playing for Soul, playing for Baron, what's it going to be?
Well, Sasha is sitting on that Rift Herald right now, so if it were me, I would try to stack up either in the top lane or mid lane and use that to take down one of the turrets.
Yeah, honestly, I would wait like 40 seconds, wait for the dragon to get close to spawning, and then drop it.
Yeah, but they look like they're going on Shu right now. Sasha is around with the ultimate. And never mind, they lost vision.
We got some action in the top lane.
Oh, yeah, 2v1. Nolik gonna go down to Graham Nut as well. Sorry for missing that one.
And I mean, yeah, that's also what they need to do, right? You have one winning lane, play to it. Try and get your Garen ahead. Try and continue putting that top laner behind the Shen.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. Get that Shen global out of the game by just ganking.
And it is a big death because Dragon is coming up. However, it is Shen, so it's not too big of a deal.
Yeah, he's
still dead.
He's up in 10 seconds and can join the fight as soon as he starts. But Pickle Popper spotted out by Mont Blanc with a ward. And Krugs are looking to force this, but I don't know if they can.
Grandma Nut and Mont Blanc both use their ults up top, though, so
yeah,
gotta be careful here.
And Mont Blanc walking onto Pickle Popper. The Shen ult is coming down. Pickle Popper actually vaulting away. But Mont Blanc in a bad spot has to flash away from the taunt. Sasha going in pretty heavily, getting rooted up, but that is a dead support. And now Grandma Nut on the run has to get away from this team. Corvette Panda doing what he can to poke him out, but Bramble just pretty far ahead at this point.
Yeah, and we're seeing Shu did take Nox ult, but I don't think there's any time that Shu's going in here.
No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, Volibear is stepping up, might look for a steal to slow this down. Teleport coming out for Grandma Nut, but Shen is here as well, looking for the taunt. Silence is down. Shu ulting onto Pickle Popper. We got a fight on two sides right now. Pickle Popper gonna be going down. And now we have on the other side, Grandma Nut super low, Corvette Panda pretty low. Nolik trying to get in, but can't. Shu putting down some poke, and this dragon is doing work for the side of Krugs. Leona is here now, but it is a 4v4, or 4v5. Good Leona ult onto the Shen, going in, Zenith Blade. No auto attacks are able to get through, but the Nocturne's going super low. Unstoppable from Latin Buddha on the backside, getting a double kill, but that is the Shen down. Jay Herbo still alive, able to poke out the rest of the team, and Bramble might decide to start up the dragon right now because they have the teleport from Pickle Popper. And it's coming in behind Mont Blanc and Corvette Panda. They do spot it out. He has package. He's going in onto Leona, gets stunned up, has another Valkyrie. Caitlyn is nowhere by to help. The Pickle Popper going under turret, takes one shot. Is going to see Caitlyn able to do a lot of damage. Caitlyn doesn't have an item completed, and Corvette Panda's just going to die. Never mind. Oh no, Pickle Popper! Don't do it! He's inting! Oh no! But Jay Herbo's able to trade the kill with Mont Blanc. And facepalm in the chat right there.
Yeah, I think Nullark will no longer be reported now. Perfect game, and Nullark is saved, thanks to Wrecked Pickle Popper.
That is fair. We got a Rift Herald summoned in the top lane, looking for this turret. It's gonna be pretty easy to take right here. A couple auto attacks, but Grandma Nut shows up. He's looking to clear out the Herald. He's gonna be able to do it and wave clips pretty easily. I'm pretty sure the Herald had to be spawned right there because the timer was running out. But what do you think the next objective is for Bramble?
I think they're playing for Soul. I'm not concerned about Baron. I think you just gotta keep vision of it and...
Latin Buddha in a bad spot. Sorry, getting stunned up by Leona, flashing over the wall. Nullark tanking the turret for Latin Buddha, but Latin Buddha turns around, takes one tower shot, super low. And yeah, Soul is probably the next objective.
Yeah.
It's still only a 5k gold lead, so it hasn't ballooned too much in the past 5 minutes. But being on this Ocean Soul Point is so big for them.
I really dislike Sasha opting for the Blood Razor build here. I think you just need to be able to blow up either Shu or Caitlyn. You're not really too concerned about Garen Volley. I think Az and Cork, you can deal with those.
That's a fair point. But I think Sasha is going in knowing that she will have the Shen ult on top of her. So just having that extra shield to stay alive and do extra DPS is pretty nice.
That is fair too. And I mean, it's working, right? 4-0 and 4.
Yeah. What's more to say than that? And the Zyra pick that we were questionable about is 6-0-3, absolutely
Yeah.
blooming in this game.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that I'm actually very surprised that we're not seeing more magic resist out of Garen or Volley yet.
Yeah, and it looks like Graham and us just going for a forward damage comp, and holy crap, Latin Buddha with the help of Baron almost tanking out Rain Freeze. That's rough right there, buddy.
It sure is. Let's see what time we got on Dragon.
It's about 2 to
Like
3 minutes, I
24,
believe.
30 or so. 2 minutes.
Yeah. So close, but not that close.
Yeah.
And we see Pickle Popper finishing up the Triforce as well as completing the Muramuna.
That's a big spike.
Yeah. Muramana. Those names are way too close for me. I
They
just
really
don't get in.
I always just think of it as the blue thing.
The blue thing? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the blue thing. He's got the other blue thing. Okay. He's
Yeah,
got blue thing 2.0. He's stronger now.
that is fair. And speaking about blue thing, Ezreal going for a full blue build right now.
Yep.
Transcendent
Big
boots with the gloves. Those frosty fists. And the blue thing transformed.
Yeah, he's got a decent amount of CDR there. He has.
Yeah, he's going to start hurting. I wonder who's going to be doing more damage in this game.
Hold it yet.
Do you think Jay Herbo does more damage or Latin Buddha does more?
Buddha.
That's fair. And we get
Oh,
Shu
wait,
going
no,
over
no,
the
no,
wall.
That's a 3-level diff. It's the level 12.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it depends who hits the poke, right? Leona going in, not actually able to hit up the stun. And we're getting fight back for vision from the Krugs. But I don't know if this is a 5v5 you want. Pickle Popper just going
good,
in,
homie?
stunning Shu against the wall. But nobody jumps in on him. The Garen going super low. Nocturne on Shu. Gonna be in Zonia, so Quicksilver Sasha gonna go down, but that's 2 for 1 already. Leona going back in, but this Caitlyn is untouched on the backside. Triple kill for the Caitlyn, heal coming out. Shu also untouched. Caitlyn gonna go down to Nolark though, and Jay Herbo is just gonna be able to clean up this fight.
You gotta hit those, my friend.
Yeah,
That
Shu
doesn't do
taking out
damage.
Nolark
All right,
under the
now
tower,
it
and
does
there it
damage.
is. Ace for Bramble back. A 5 for 4
He
though.
doesn't do damage. When you hit him, he does. Really nice cleanup there. Honestly, I thought Shu was gonna turn it, and he probably did too. That's why he went for it. That's a really nice, nice job by Jay Herbo there to hang on, and should be Dragon. That is the soul.
Yeah, super important for
Oh
the
no!
tank, but
I
TP
love
coming
this
in.
teleport. I
It
love this
is
teleport.
Grandma Nut. Let's see if he's able to
Kill
take
Herbo.
it.
Kill Herbo.
One more check, and he gets it! Grandma Nut with the steal. But Jay Herbo with that Frost Gauntlet doing a lot of damage, but big shutdown over to Grandma Nut. And that is
That might be
huge.
Baron. Probably not. Okay, it's not Baron.
Yeah, not Baron, but okay. That fight, a couple things happened in that fight that we need to touch on. Covert Panda getting a triple kill, almost a penta.
Oh,
Really,
yeah.
really good. Getting
Panda's
money
got
in the
gold
pocket.
now.
Yeah,
Panda's fantastic.
he is a champion, finally.
Panda is now a champion, and he's still fantastic.
The only thing he needs to work on is his aim, his communication, his
Yep.
team. Okay.
His CSing, his skill shot placement, his tethering. He's got a couple things to work on, but I think he's up for it. He's up for the
Yeah.
challenge.
Nah, he's got this.
He's got all season. It's only week 2.
Yeah, really good on Krugs to slow down the game. Stopping that soul is really important.
That team fight was so nuts. Like, Pickle went so deep, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? And then his team, like, finally followed up. But then, like, Shu was there, and Panda was there. And people were being clicked on, and blood ensued.
Yeah, as soon as he went in with the package, I thought he was dead because he landed on Shu.
I thought he
But-
was so dead.
There was a funny interaction where, since he knocked Shu into a wall that Shu was standing next to, it stunned him for like 0.25 seconds and allowed for Pickle Popper to Valkyrie out.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it was so close, and you could say it was a mechanical genius or just blind dumb luck.
Yeah, I'm going with genius. That's genius for sure.
Hell yeah, I like it. Yeah, Corki not looking bad though. 3, 3, and 7 on it. Is only down 10 CS to shoot, and he's going to pick up this blue buff in the next wave, so looking pretty good.
I mean, honestly, Pickle has more gold than Silas right now, so Corki does have more gold than Silas. It's very, very, very small margin, but they're both equal, and like honestly, that's what you're aiming for.
Rainfree's going in the mid lane, but he's by himself. Shenlong's coming down, and J Herbo's going to be able to take that one up, and that's a dead jungler, and you have 280 carries and a Zyra.
Baron's
that
up.
should be Baron.
Don't want to be doing that. I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea of trying something. Would have liked to have seen that maybe like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and Krugs are just getting picked off. Latin Buddha going into the stasis. Grandma Nut in a bad spot now. Gonna go down. And Nocturne going in onto the Caitlyn. Going to be flashing forward for the kill, but that is your jungler. Oh, still alive! The Triumph proc, and now 4 dead.
Putting Cupcake down a little bit too far back. Not able to lock up Quicksilver Sasha.
And just as Krugs had clawed the gold lead back to only a 4K, they got picked off one by one right there.
Yeah, I mean, all 4 of them went down except for Shu. And really, staggering the death timers is the biggest problem usually. It can be good and bad, right? Like, usually in solo queue, the problem is the staggered death timers. Maybe it's not as bad in organized play, but really restricts what your team can do.
Yeah, that is true. And I don't know, it's just upsetting because Krugs had some really good fights right there to bring themselves back in. And then they just threw it all away, and it's now Bramble in the driver's seat.
I mean, they're certainly still not out of it. Like, they were able to deny the Dragon Soul on the previous Dragon. Should be coming up here in, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half or so. Forget the timer.
Right.
But it's going to be hard to fight around that. And...
oh no, Grandma Nut in the bush. Looking for Zyra. Alright, gets rooted up though. No follow-up here. Teleport coming in, and that's just going to save Latin Buddha's life. Grandma Nut actually might be in trouble here. Nocturne as well coming in, but he's able to flash away from it.
Grandma Nut is good.
He's just doing the typical Garen thing. Hiding in a bush. That season 1 meme.
I am... Okay, we do see Ezreal with the Grievous Wounds finally. That will be a big help against Silas, and against the one dragon, potion dragon that they have.
Yeah, Garen also has a lot of healing.
Yeah, Garen for sure.
Ooh, Ezreal, or sorry, Leona going in onto the Shen, but the taunt away is enough. And now Mont Blanc in a bad spot, taking a lot of damage from Pickle Popper.
And J Herbo and Latin Buddha are starting up this dragon.
Yeah, Shen'll onto Rain Freeze from the Soul and 1 from Shu. And now we're just getting a big fight. Good Leona ultimate onto 3 members. Volibear's jumping in. On the backside, though, Quicksilver Sasha is going in. And we have a trade of junglers right there. Mont Blanc gonna get killed. And now Pickle Popper's in the middle of things, but Garen is there. J Herbo jumping forward, but I don't think that's what you want to do.
Yeah, this should favor Krugs.
I mean, J Herbo, if he doesn't get stunned up, has a lot of poke. Like, look at that damage. 1Q, taking Covert Panda down to 20 health. And now the same thing's going to happen.
Start up this dragon.
Teleport's available for...
has TP. Yeah. This, dude, you gotta just get out. Because if you give deaths over here, like... Oh, wait, actually, Baron's not up. Never mind. You can die if you want.
Yeah, Latin Buddha going to be going down to Shu. Going into the stasis, though. Ezreal just 1v1ing Shu right here. Has the ultimate. One more Q will do it. That's a shutdown. Going against Grandma Nut. Caitlyn is not enough, and Ezreal's able to pick up a double kill right there. J Herbo doing a lot of work and getting a triple onto Cobra Panda. And now he's going to start the dragon. Teleport coming in from Shen. And now J Herbo going on to Rain Freeze, poking him back, doing a lot of damage right there. Pickle Popper following up with his rockets and Valkyrie. And this is going to be Ocean Soul for the side of Brambleback.
And that is just such an unnecessary risk there. Like, you both TP back in, you have the imbalance 3 versus 2, you're full health, their ADC has no health. Just take the dragon and leave. You don't need to be chasing those kills and risk getting triple killed.
Yeah. I mean, right there, Latin Buddha was at 200 health and J Herbo was full. And if you go in and start the dragon, you're risking getting poked down by this Ezreal Zyra combo.
That's true.
So trying to go for a kill is worth it, but unfortunately Jay Herbo's it's just fucking huge right
I
now.
was thinking that Silas would be able to out-sustain or out-heal most of it, most of the poke at least, but maybe not.
I mean, it's just a 12-1 and 10 Ezreal to a 3-5 and 7 Silas.
Okay, at the time, it was a 9-1 and 10 Israel.
Fair.
Who I'm sure had mountains of money in his pocket.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
if a 3 and 5 Silas can 1v1 a 9 and 1 Ezreal, something's wrong with this game.
Well, I'm not saying 1v1 him. I'm just saying be able to, and it's not just a 1v1, right? It's a 2v3 or
Fair.
3v2.
Yeah. I mean, Covert Panda also had like 100 health in that fight.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I expect a level 16 Garen to be able to, like, not get one shot by an Ezreal.
Yeah, but look at this Garen's build. It's Triforce, Phantom Dancer, going into an
Death Stance.
yeah, Death Stance. Thank you. But now Ocean Soul picked up. We're seeing a 1-3-1 with Corki and Nocturne in the side lanes. And I kind of like this now that Nolark doesn't have his ultimate or TP up. Shu getting poked out, though. Goes into stasis. Mont Blanc is here as well. Shen flashing forward, missing the taunt. Good Leona ultimate onto 3 members. Gets the stun up. Volibear in the backline doing so much damage. But the Zyra ult is huge to peel. And now we have Nocturne coming in, getting the last shot onto Covert Panda.
Don't have the damage. Krugs do not have the damage right now.
Yeah, and this is probably going to be an inhibitor, and it might be the game. 30 seconds on 3 members. It's going to be close. They might actually just take an inhib and back off. They don't have enough time.
Yeah, I suspect they'll back off because Baron is coming up soon. I imagine they'll take inhib, reset, and just, or maybe they won't even reset. Baron's up in less than 10.
Yeah, if Jay Herbo can land some more poke, though, they might take a kill, but looks like they're just walking to it. And this is probably going to be the last stand of the Krugs right here, trying to fight at this Baron.
Pickle Popper taking a very greedy recall.
Blue Ward spots out that Bramble hasn't started this yet, and Pickle Popper looking for a reset. Shen in the bot lane does have TP and teleport up. Sorry, TP and ultimate up.
I'm really
Jay
surprised
Herbo.
that Pickle Popper went back. All he did was went from a cloth armor to a chain vest.
He also bought 2 pink wards, which is important.
Okay.
Yeah, Grandma Nut getting super low right here, but he is Garen, so he's going to heal up. And I just don't like this Garen build right now. Like, if you're a giant tanky frontline and can eat up this Ezreal poke, then you do so much for your Silas and Caitlyn. But Bramble starting this...
Like, the Volibear should be tanking the front line. Like, they have Volley Leo.
Oh, Pickle Popper going in onto 2, though. Getting the Shenel on top of him. And Nocturne being able to pick out Covert Panda. The Shenel is stopped by Garen, but it's too late. The shield was enough to keep Pickle Popper alive. Now we have Shu and Mont Blanc looking for this fight, but I don't think they can take it. Teleport coming in from Garen and the Shen. Looking for this. Mont Blanc going in, going super low. Staying alive for a very long time, though. Shu in the backline onto Pickle Popper, but can't take him out. Pickle Popper living with a sliver of health.
Melted.
And now Grandma Nut dying as well, and that is an ace. And
there is a super minion in the base. They don't even want this Baron. They say let's just end.
yeah, I mean, they're taking it anyways. Pickle Popper teleporting in. Jay Herbo will be able to slay it. And Pickle Popper looking to finish this game up. Bramble back 37 kills to 14. Maybe more. Covert Panda stepping up. Quicksilver Sasha gonna die. Turret is almost down. Rain Freeze going in onto Pickle Popper. K-Ult doesn't really do anything. Nolark stepping onto traps. Doesn't have a care in the world, though. Now it's just Covert Panda and Mont Blanc versus the world. The Nexus is open. Jay Herbo gonna be able to take out Covert Panda, going legendary. Mont Blanc soon to fall as well, but the Nexus does first, so he lives. And that is a 15-1 and 14 Ezreal right there.
That's pretty decent. I think we saw, like, was that even the same team? Like,
I don't think so.
Bramble like looking completely different in game 2.
Yeah, that was really, really good from Bramble right there. Their early game snowballed so well into the mid game. They were able to pick up their early dragons, get that soul. They had one flub where they gave over the ocean, so they couldn't finish soul at 24 minutes, and
Right.
they were able to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, they beat up that bot lane hard, and they were able to just transfer that lead across the map. I mean, looking at it, it's finally like Rainfreeze was able to pick up a kill in like the last 30 seconds of that game, but your jungle and support 1 in 18. That is really hard to come back from. I know we had discussed like perhaps some disdain for the Garen build, but honestly, I'm okay with it. Like you have Volibear and Leona on your team. I don't think the Garen needs to be full tank. Like I would expect Volley to be there in the mix, kind of soaking up some damage if possible. Same with Leo, but a very very clean execution from Bramble all around.
Yeah, that is fair. And thank you, Sour Dope, for following 2 hours ago. We appreciate it. But yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me was the Volibear early game didn't visit the bot lane at all, which is kind of where you're
Volley didn't
expecting
visit
ganks.
anyone.
True. Spent time farming and was still down in CS to Sasha, which
Yeah.
I guess is to be expected when it's a Silver 3 versus Gold 1 player, but when you
Yeah,
have
I
so
think,
much gank setup from the Leona
Right.
Caitlyn, like that's just the lane you're looking to gank.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've seen Rainfreeze like emphasize ganking bot often. Might be something for them to kind of consider working on. So I think it could be really valuable. We've seen just very consistent gameplay from Covert Panda here. Perhaps not the greatest performance this game, but so far he's been putting up some pretty solid numbers, at least like CS wise. Would be nice to see if maybe that bot lane could convert a couple kills every now and then, and might be able to do that with the assistance of their jungler.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but I mean, I guess Rainfreeze hasn't really visited bot lane because Covert Panda and Mount Blanc don't really lose lane, right?
Yeah,
So there's no need to when you're
that's
just
fair.
winning
Yeah,
lane
except
every
for
game.
this game, where there was a lot of blood down there, and Jay Herbo and Latin Buddha performed very well.
Yeah, that is true. But there you have it, a 1-1 series, so the stock's going up a little bit for Krugs and falling a little bit for Bramble. Hope you didn't go too hard.
Yeah. Do we interview people
yeah,
or no?
we do interview people. Who would you like to talk to? We'll do 1-1 from each team.
Ooh.
Nobody from Krugs has been spoken to
Yeah.
yet, so we can pull in anyone for them for game 1,
Um,
except Shu. We're not talking to
Panda's
Shu.
fantastic. I want to hear from Panda.
You want to hear from Panda? All right.
Panda's fantastic.
So let's would you mind messaging him?
Oh, let me slide into those DMs.
Yeah, yo, you slide in.
And Bramble, who we picking? We had Latin Buddha last time.
You did have Latin Buddha. Let's do I mean, we gotta talk to that Ezreal, right?
Yeah.
So I think it has to be Jay Erbo.
We have not yet received a response from Panda. Response pending.
Ooh, pending.
I haven't heard. Yeah, well, that's my way of saying I haven't gotten a message back.
Gotcha. It's a good way to say
I'll
it.
see if Mont Blanc is available also.
Yeah, he also did very well that first game. Ooh, and it seems like the 8 o'clock game just finished as well.
Ooh.
I'm very curious to see who won those games.
Yeah, I think you and I both have some pretty heavy investments in that one.
All right, well, J Herbo responded, so we'll do that one first before Mon.
Mont Blanc said he is available as well.
Oh, too late. I already switched the graphic over.
Okay.
So we're bringing in J Herbo right now, as soon as I can move him up. All right. Hello, J Herbo. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing well. Congratulations on the 1-1 finish. That second game looked super good from you guys. Played super clean.
Yeah. We realized game 1, 20 minutes in or whatever. It was like, oh, Cassidon's like level 14. We need to do something in the next 2 levels, and we didn't get enough finished in that time period, and then it was a bit of a Cassidon diff.
Casa win, you might say.
He sat in a side lane and farmed, and then eventually he participated in the game 25 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes that's how the game just goes.
It's Scooby-Dooby-Doo be like that.
Game 2, though, you definitely learned from those mistakes, and we're pushing advantages pretty hard. Do you want to talk about the mindset shift from Game 1 to Game 2?
Oh, they banned Vayne, and I was like, alright, I'm going to pick something different. And I was just like, I like that matchup. I don't know how it plays, like, you know, worldwide, but I like Ezreal Caitlyn, so I just went for it. And we weathered the rough part of that, got a little bit of jungle help, and then it went a lot better. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you made Covert Panda not look like a champion until about 20 minutes.
Yeah, he had that one fight where it's like, wait a minute, that guy just RNG'd us. Like, wait, he's critting every auto. He's insane. Like that dude should buy a lottery ticket after that fight. 'Cause my God, I think he crit every auto. You probably need to look back at that. That's a big play of the week. That was him rolling those dice. Like that was nuts. I'm kidding though. He was nutty. Like.
Yeah, I must
then
admit,
I
I was.
to Garen that one time. That was pretty cringe.
Wasn't the biggest fan of. I'm still not the biggest fan of Ezreal, but you're making me reconsider that. That was some sick play, dude. Why didn't we see that game 1 though? Like, it looked like we had a completely different team game 1 versus game 2.
Game 1, I just said, give me Vayne, I'll 1v9, and then I forgot the part about 1v9ing, so I was like, oh wait.
I hate when that happens.
We got me the Vayne, though. I think, I don't know, we definitely underestimated the power of Nocturne to, like, disorganize a fight as well. I think that was the big thing, was we were doing nominally better up until the Cassidon finally joined the game, and at that point it was like, wait a minute, like, I don't know. I probably should have had a QSS as well, just to try to mitigate some of the Nocturne damage and handle the or not the Nocturne damage, Cassidon, and then deal with the Nocturne E. But I was just like, I need more raw stats, you know, me crit. So I kind of
me ADC, me shoot.
Yeah.
I said you should have went third item Wit's End, because the Cassidon just kept blowing you up in that game.
It was some video games right there. It was nuts. Just having him R me, like he R flashed though that one time. That was pretty cool. I thought Shu was really good. You know, I thought everyone was really good, obviously, but like Shu kind of like cranked the heat up on me there. Like,
welcome to the Rec League.
Yeah.
What do we have in store for the Bramble squad next week? What's it looking like?
Well, I'm probably just gonna keep picking Vayne into stupid matchups and saying I'll 1v9.
We take.
I'll just game 1 the Vayne and game 2 the Ezreal every game. You got the pick ban done. I don't know. I mean, we definitely showed some pretty pog stuff there. I mean, game 2 is a completely different thing than game 1, though.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this interview. We appreciate having you on, and congratulations on the 1-1.
75% win rate, yeah.
I mean, we take those, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, I
better
can
than
hit on
50.
you now, so that's good.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good night, Jay.
Hey, you too, man. Let me get back down to the pen.
Whoops, that's
Hello?
my bad. I just kicked you out of the chat. You want to restart your video? Sorry about that.
Yes.
All right. So that
And,
was.
are we interviewing Mont Blanc?
Yes, please.
Or oh yeah, yeah. He said he's good.
How many C's are in Mont Blanc? Is it 1 or 3?
3.
That's what I thought.
No, it's 3 N's.
3 N's?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. If it's
Well,
not
4
you
total N's, but 3 N's at the end.
Right. At the end? Oh, whoops.
Well, like Blanc, but
yeah, gotcha.
it's
All right, let's bring them up here then. See how the boys
on
do
up
it.
here.
Move to casting booth.
Casting couch.
Casting couch. How's it going, Mont Blanc? Congratulations on the 1-1.
It's going pretty
You
good.
there?
I'm just hanging
Oh,
out.
he's there. Yeah.
How you feeling about those games?
The second game was pretty tough, but I mean, we executed our game plan in the first game. Second game, things just kind of went downhill pretty quickly, so it was hard to rally back with their backline just being giga-fed, especially with like how our team comp was set up. So
Yeah. What do you think kind of went wrong? Like, at what point was it like, oh no, like we are in trouble?
just like obviously like the bottom lane didn't go very well. The all pressure from the Renokton and Shen was really bad for us, like bot lane specifically, and the Zyro just allowed him to like chip us down. Like there's one time where Panda just died from like 50% because he just got chipped like a couple too many times or whatever, and the Nocturne just flew in. It was just really hard to play that bottom lane in general. But it kind of
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
obviously
definitely agree with
not
you.
having box side control, we just lost the first 2 dragons, and then once we were like 2 dragons behind, we were kind of just like throwing a Hail Mary at the dragon every time just to try and come back to the game, and it was kind of working, kind of. The problem is that Ezreal's just getting like spoon fed kill after kill. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it can certainly be hard playing without your main roster. How is it adjusting to having just a new player come in?
yeah, I mean, she's just a good player, so and it wasn't like super difficult. He knows how to communicate, so communication was pretty simple to do. But as obviously the game 2 was kind of awkward as far as we're a new team, so like in general, like the communication is like kind of difficult, just like as far as working together. So just because everything is that way, it's kind of the same, I guess, because
Yeah.
we're all just kind of new. So
Yeah, I mean, it was a very different look between game 1 and 2. Like game 1, you guys were looking super solid. Fortunately, we weren't able to repeat it, but definitely seeing improvements. I think so.
Yeah.
Keep working at it. The season's long.
yeah, we also had like the hardest like first 2 game matches or whatever.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
no,
had some.
no shade on the other teams, but the finals from last year, it's kind of tough.
What's it like playing with Grandma Nut and Rain Freeze?
They're both like just super chill guys. They're a lot like me and Pano, so we just hang out, play. We kind of play a little fast and loose sometimes, but I mean, we kind of gotta rein it in. You know, we'll get there.
And
Yeah, Darth Ted and I were saying we want to see some Rain Freeze gangbangs in the bot lane.
Some more gangbangs in the bot
Yeah,
lane. All right,
that's fantastic. Let's make this man more fantastic. Let's feed the lad.
Are you sure that's gonna work out? All right, I'll try and enlist him for more gangbangs in the bottom lane.
we were just talking about game 2, how you have a Zyra Ezreal who are kind of poking you guys out, and the other game didn't go as you wanted. And I mean, the Nocturne early game kind of turned that lane around, but the lockdown from Leona onto the Zyra is absolutely insane. So if the Volibear had come bot, like, you guys would have probably picked up more kills, and I think the game would have went differently.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was just a hard call because we need to. It was once So we were trying to make a dragon call because we thought Shen was 5, and then we kind of had to back off because Shen had hit 6, and it was just like we got put in a really awkward spot. So we needed to make that that gank happen before Shen got 6 because the +1 is just too much. Even in like, I think a 2v3 situation, it's just too easy for them to turn that around, especially with the Ezreal just like pumping on me. It just depends on how it all works out. But I definitely think that could have worked out if we went for it like 3-6 or something like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I think looks like next week you guys are taking on Ocean?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm still in this week. My head's still in this week. I'll go look real quick.
It is Krugs versus Ocean at 8 p.m.
Okay,
next week.
Any preliminary thoughts on the matchup?
Preliminary thoughts on that? Oh man, are you trying to get me to trash talk right now?
Yes.
Dude, I'm trying to
Let's do it.
into Mont Blanc's world here, buddy. What's going on?
Well, as usual, I just think our bot lane's gonna crush the other one, so they're gonna need to have a jungler to hold their hand as usual. So that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Panda is very fantastic. He should crush.
I don't understand why people don't respect like a level 2 spike. Nobody ever does. They
No
always
one does.
It's just I just don't understand.
Yeah,
It's just so easy when you have Targons. You just execute the minions in the second wave and go in. It's very simple.
Yeah, that level 2 spike in game 2 was sick, and unfortunately Panda wasn't close enough to actually hit the trap on Ezreal when you went in.
Bad.
But it was so close. But you poked him down super hard. That was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for joining us for the interview. Congratulations again on the 1-1. It was a super fun series to watch.
Thank you.
All right, and with that, I believe it'll wrap up our night. It is a late 12 o'clock, so from the caster desk, just want to say thank you everyone for joining us. Remember to follow, like, subscribe to us on all platforms.
Yes, make sure you follow Darth Ted on Twitch, or I will hunt you down. Yes, I'm talking to you. Follow Darth Ted on Twitch.
And make sure you follow Valib TFT. He hasn't been playing much TFT, but he's going to pick it up soon.
Soon, yes, soon.
And remember to tune in on Thursday for a very special Wrecked After Dark and my birthday. So that'll be a fun one. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And we're taking Friday off, so
all right,
we're doing some fun things.
I like where that's headed.
Hell yeah! And with that, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we wish you all the best. Stay safe and have a good night.